Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my MotoGP career mode, and we are here for the penultimate race of Season 3 in the top class, our first season in the top class, and we are here for the Malaysian Grand Prix at the Sepang circuit. But if you guys did miss the last episode at Phillip Island, an absolutely incredible episode, loads of action, loads of overtaking, I do urge you to go check that one out because it was a pretty topsy-turvy race and loads of action. But we're coming to Malaysia, a track that I don't particularly love, I've got to be honest. I don't enjoy it that much in F1, and we'll see what the experience is like in MotoGP. I actually can't remember the last time I raced here in Moto2 because it's been that long. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going in there with a bit of a chip on my shoulder because we need to try and get a good result and bounce back in the championship. So let's jump into it now for Saturday qualifying and see how things shape up for the Malaysian Grand Prix for the penultimate race of the season. It's the first wet qualifying in a little while. Right now I'm doing pretty good. I've just overtaken Scott Redding and we're a quarter of a second up, so 2/10 up in the third sector. And we'll find out shortly, in the second sector, we'll find out shortly in the third sector if we've improved our lap by any more. But a wet qualifying, the first one in a while. Bike feels pretty good in these conditions, I'm not going to lie, and I feel pretty confident straight away. Taking like a fish to water, to be honest. But let's see where we are in the third sector split, and we are 1.3 up. So look at that, we are absolutely flying around here. And if Q2 is in the wet, then we're looking pretty good to have a chance at a crack at pole position here. So here we go, getting the power down on the back straight. Now going to brake hard for the final corner, and I don't really have a reference point because I've not enough laps. I'm going to just brake at the curb, a little bit hot on the brakes, so I have to pull it back in there. It's not too much of an issue, we can just squirt the power nice and early and we'll come back on ourselves, but which is not too shabby. But across the line, let's see if we get pole position. Yes we do, and we go through with 4/10 to spare, so overall not too shabby, and that is actually going to see us quite comfortably through into Q2, but we'll just confirm it now once we end the session. Okay, there we have it then, 100% confirmed. We go through to Q2, and we are joined once again by Jonas Folger in the Tech 3 Yamaha. Alicia Spargaro just misses out in the Aprilia, as does the other Ducati of Scott Redding on the Pramac. So overall, a pretty good Q1, and now we're going to jump into Q2. Okay, here we go, we're going to kick off our lap timers, but first of all, I can tell you straight away, this is going to be a challenge. The fastest lap is inside 2 minutes, so that's going to be a real tall order, so we need to be absolutely perfect with our lap here, and that is not perfect at all. We've overdone into turn 1. And that first lap is a write-off straight away. Okay, the first lap was a write-off. Let's try that one again and see if we can try and set a competitive lap time. Okay, a 10th off in the third sector. I would say this has been a near perfect lap, I've got to say. I don't think I'm going to shave much off this. I'll have one more crack next lap, but I've got to say that was pretty much a perfect lap with very little mistakes. Let's try and get this final corner hooked up, and let's try and see if we can have another go at it next lap. But this is going to be pretty much the best I can offer realistically, I think, and the best the bike can produce. I've probably gone a little bit too dodgy of a line through there, and overall I can say the final sector hasn't been great, so I reckon there's a bit of time on the table there, but I'm in the P10. Let's try one more time. Okay, we've absolutely nailed the third sector. 6/10 down in the second, and in the third we've just managed to claw back a lot of time and set a personal best. So now into the final corner, going to keep it in the second gear, have some confidence, and now squirt the throttle on. Third gear action now, that was a bit better this time. Keep it to the right hand side. Do we improve by a bit? Yes we do, and we jump up into 7th place, so not too bad there, and we managed to set a relatively competitive time, and we just about miss out on the second row, but still not too bad, and we managed to beat Lorenzo, our teammate, so not too shabby there. Marquez though, the man we have to beat, bags a pole position. That is not ideal. It's going to be a tool for the race tomorrow, and he's really made this hard for us. With one race to go, we won that third place in the championship, so Dovi gets 4th place, he leads the second row, but this is going to be very interesting. We're all going to be in a line on the grid tomorrow with both of the Yamahas there on the front row as well. So let's see how the race pans out tomorrow. But overall, pretty okay qualifying session. I reckon there was definitely a second row on that, at least a second row, but just couldn't get the perfect lap together. So we're now going to jump into Sunday for the race. Okay, here we go. Dry race conditions, different situation, hard front and rear, 5 red lights or 4 red lights, and we're all white. It's a pretty good start actually, and reacting to the lights pretty nicely indeed this time. Getting a great start. We're going to barge clutch a little bit. Look at the speed of Ducati here. One of our best starts of the season. Breaking hard into the first corner, getting used to the dry conditions for the first time. We're going to run a little bit wide here, and Pedrosa's going to get up my inside. We've got Iannone up into 3rd or 4th place here. Incredible start from Andrea there, but here we go. Let's see how the bike feels in these dry conditions. Tyre squirming there under throttle. Lorenzo up in the P5. So Dovi and Marquez have really gone backwards here. We get absolutely trounced up the inside there in turn 3. We're going to go back up the inside of Danilo Petrucci and Jorge Lorenzo. Marquez now alongside us here, the man we need to try and beat in the championship. This is going to be very close. He's going to take the inside line. I'm going to try and set up a little bit of a switchback maneuver here. Squirting on the throttle a little bit earlier. Bring the bike back in for the right-hander. Squirting the throttle on again. Screeching the rear tyre, but we just can't get particularly close to Mark here. A little bit of curb action there. I thought I was going to hit the deck for a second there. A little bit of contact with Mark as we barge our way through. A bit aggressive and probably a bit too aggressive there, but we make the move. Braking late though into the hairpin. I've completely misjudged my braking. That's going to allow Marquez back up the inside. No, it doesn't. And we actually get a very good exit. And we're very close to Iannone in the Suzuki. So this looks good. Marquez though up my inside. I see him coming though. We're going to try and switch back underneath. Squirt on the Ducati power. And look at this. Iannone just... Oh, it was so close. But we get underneath him. And we make the move. Very nicely done there. And we're into P4. So very good opening lap so far for a change. Great start off the line. And we're looking very racy straight out of the blocks here. So let's see if we can try and convert this good start into a positive race result. Look at this. We've got Iannone and Marquez getting a holy slipstream off of both of us here. Braking late into the final corner now. Keeping a nice tight line on entry. Marquez though really going for the late braking manoeuvre here. I'm going to go on the outside. Use the third gear to my advantage to try and keep the position. And we've held on for now. Marquez though looking for the slipstream. He's going to up to the outside into turn one. Who's going to break the latest of the two? It's Marquez, the late braking expert himself, a master of what he does, and he makes the move, parks it right on the inside, so I can't switch back underneath him there, and does a great job of getting that position. Iannone now barging his way through here. I'm having absolutely none of that, so we're going to get on the inside, but we just seem to lose the rear tyre through here. I'm going to try and keep it tight if I can, but I just seem to invite people down my inside here into the turn. For some reason, I just can't get it traction down, so to speak, but P6 probably gone to third gear too early. Lost a lot of ground, but so far we're looking pretty good here, and the pace seems okay so far. Okay, I've got a good run through here. I'm going to get just right behind Iannone. I'm going to throttle past him and power past thanks to the Ducati. Brake hard for the hairpin. Iannone on my inside. I'm going to try and cut across him, skidding the front tyre, really burning it out there. But I've got a hard front, hard rear, hopefully for the long game. I paid the price in Phillip Island for not having a hard front, and my rear tyre went anyway, even on the hard, so I need to try and modify my riding style a bit. But right now, it's pretty interesting formation we have. We've got the two Yamahas at the front and the two Hondas behind, so it's sort of like a team-by-team order at the minute, and we want to try and break that sort of consistency. So here we go, through the penultimate corner, getting a nice run out of there. A little bit of rear-end screeching action going on there, and we're going to get a little slipstream on Pedrosa. Marquez, though, is really making the moves now, and he's setting the pace. He's starting to rediscover his qualifying form that got in pole position yesterday in the wet, so we need to start finding some pace ourselves as we go out the final corner. Very good exit. We're going to get very close to Danny Pedrosa. He's got a slipstream though on his teammate, so we're going to dip in for some second helpings and try and get on the inside. Can we get past all of these guys into turn one? Very late braking manoeuvre, a little bit of a skid, but we're going to bring it back in. Pedrosa turns out to make the move on Marquez. We're very close to the apex here in turn one. Third gear action again here, down through turn three. This is great racing so far this race, keeping it nice and tight that time through turn three. That was much better compared to what we've done in the past. Now braking hard for turn four. I've got on the curb a little bit under braking, which isn't ideal, and we're going to have to just give up for now and try maybe get Pedrosa. I'm hoping maybe out of this next right-hander here, this might be a chance. If not, maybe into the double right-hand apex after this, but we've set our bike up beautifully for it. We're going to try and screw at the throttle on. We're very, very close to Danny here. We're going to get on the inside and get the move under braking. Very nicely done there. Pedrosa's going to look for it back up my inside, but there's no way through. And we get a great run to get alongside Marquez. Just power past. Brake hard into the hairpin. Have we done enough? We're a little bit hot on the brakes. Marquez is going to go back up my inside, presumably. And he does so. This is great racing here at Malaysia. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I did not think the race would be this good around here, but we're making it work. Nice bit of momentum through that right-hander. We're going to get on the outside of Marquez here. Can we make it work? Oh, it's oh so close, but we're going to just squirt the throttle on and go for it. Marquez is going to go for my inside here. I know he is. He's going to look for it, so I'm going to wait for him to see him come in. I'm going to try and switch back underneath him. Second gear action, and it's going to be a drag race onto the back straight. Here we go. Going to tuck in for some slipstream on the Spaniard. Up for the inside into the final corner. Braking late. Put it down for the apex. Have we got enough on the brakes? Marquez is right there. This is a great race, great action. Second gear though, look at the acceleration on the Ducati here, making the move on Marquez. He's right there though, as racy as ever, slowly gaining that Honda. No slouch in a straight line, believe me, but here we go. Marquez on the inside. I'm going to go wide on entry to try and switch back underneath. Any room through? Not quite. Can we switch back underneath here into turn 2, second gear again. Now into turn 3. Really burning that rear tyre again. I've managed to get on top of the line through there now. Late braking manoeuvre coming up. Is that what the doctor ordered? I think it is. Late on the brakes into turn 4. Up the inside. Squaring the throttle on. Have we made it? Yes, we have. Marquez there. Is he on my inside? Is he going to go for it again here? It's going to be close. This is a great battle. Marquez, such a good racer, such good racing instinct. He's on my inside here, but he just misses on the instant sort of re-overtake. And we've now managed to just break him a little bit and leave him behind. So now, is there enough left for us to try and catch the Yamahas here? On to the last lap, on for a podium. We set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Can we get anything out of this? Okay, I've tried my absolute hardest this lap to try and catch these two. They are so quick and hard to catch. I've had a perfect lap, but the tyres are just letting go, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get anything else out of this. Vinales and Rossi are just looking nailed on to get the 1-2. They're battling so hard at the minute. I'm going to try and push it hard into the final corner and hope maybe one of them falls off, but realistically I don't think anything's going to happen here. And Vinales is looking like he's going to take the race win. Almost fell off there, almost just got too excited on the throttle, but I'm not going to complain. We get a third place, that's not too shabby, and a podium for the first time in I think 2 or 3 races, so not too bad. Good result for us, and we beat Marquez and Dovi, crucially. So very good result for us, and we bring home the fastest lap of 56.7, the only man in the 56s that race. So that is good encouragement for us and good race pace to try and carry through into the final race of the season. And as you can see, Vinales wins it for Yamaha ahead of Valentino, so those two neck and neck. Pedrosa misses out on 4th behind his teammate Marquez, and Dovi only manages P6, but luckily beats his teammate Lorenzo over P6 there. So he'll be pretty happy with that. 5 Ducatis in the top 10 as well. Good news for us as a constructor. But in terms of the rider standings, you can see Marquez 1 point ahead of me going into the final race. And look at that. Dovi is tied with me. So we are covered by 1 point in the battle for third going into the last race of the season. And also the battle for the championship, only 4 points covering both of the Yamaha riders. So it's so close. You can fit a blanket over everybody here. But in terms of the constructors, you can see the Yamaha have pretty much got it wrapped up officially now. And in terms of the team rankings, I think they've also got that one wrapped up and sealed in the bag. So fair play to them and congratulations to those guys. But overall, if you guys have enjoyed this episode of MotoGP, then please do leave a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and do enable notifications if you haven't done so already to not miss out on a single upload from me on my channel. Also, do check out these videos if you have missed them, and do catch up on those. And other than that, guys, thanks for watching all of these videos lately, and also thanks for the support on the season. The comeback has been very successful of MotoGP, and I can't complain. One more race to go. Let's try and see it out with a bang. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.